Greetings and blessings, dear friends in the spirit. It's Eddie Luisi. How are you? Today's talk I'm going to call Inspiring People. From Neil Donald Walsh, on this day of your life, I believe God wants you to know that you should never be content with so little when you reach out for something big. Charles L. Allen asked a question about that, wondering why so many people settle for so little. You do not have to place yourself among them. The world is an abundant place, abundant with opportunity, abundant with good fortune, abundant with ideas, and abundant with love. Reach into that abundance and take what is rightfully yours. It is your inheritance gifted to you by God, so let yourself have it. Do not fail to reach out for it for fear that it will not come to you. How can it come to you if you do not reach for it? Do not be content with so little. Reach, stretch for something big. So this little prayer is really good because it's a little advice to you and me to reach for something big. And I'm going to tell a few stories of a few friends. Some are friends in the spirit. Some are just people that I know, people that I worked with, but people that are inspiring me and that are inspiring others. First person I'm going to mention is Pastor Richard Smith. Hey, Richard, how are you, brother? Last Saturday, after I did my video early in the morning, I went to a small Christian church in Tompkins Cove, or 9W, and we shot a music video from east to west. From east to west is the blessings from God. And Pastor Richard, I've known for several years, and he wrote this wonderful song, recorded it, professionally recorded it, and then gathered around 20, 30 singers, gospel singers, and we shot a music video. And Maurice Keys was the camera person, director. And it's interesting, Richard went on Facebook and he found Maurice to commission him. Eventually he found out that they're cousins, and Maurice's grandfather was at Richard's birth when he was born. So pretty wonderful. So there was some hugs and kisses because there were various cousins there. Also, I started Mass Saturday at a Mac, and I wore this Nepal shirt, this kind of like Indian type shirt. And what I'm trying to do is trying to mesh. I'm trying to connect Eastern religion with Western religion. How cool is that? So that's what I did. And Sunday, Jamming with Jesus at St. Peter's and St. Mary's was back. So it was great to see the old community, the old jammers. We were downstairs. We did kind of like a little unplug close to the congregation thing. And then I gave a pulpit talk. And just 5-10 minutes or so. But I mentioned that we're always looking for more people. So if you're in this North Rockland area and you're a musician, singer, we're always looking for people at a Mac in St. Peter's. I also said, this is your church. And I said this to a Mac like a month ago. Whatever you guys want. If you want a certain style of music, you want old songs, new songs, you want Catholic, you want Christian, you want meditative. So those are some things that happen during the week. And I'm going to go on to inspiring people. But Richard, you inspire me, brother. From daily practice, sacred reading, and meditation, I don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I'm paying attention and practicing gratitude. Brene Brown. And I'm going to read something from the Christophers. Air mattress to the rescue. Remember, inspiring people. Sometimes all it takes to be a hero is access to an air mattress. 13-year-old Virgil Smith told Texas station WTRK-TV that his friend and neighbor called him in a panic at 2 a.m. from another building during Hurricane Harvey. The area was flooding and he and his family didn't know how to swim. Without hesitation, Smith grabbed an inflatable mattress and went out into the dark to swim to his friend's aid, loading everyone onto the mattress. I put him, his two sisters, one baby, and his brother, and I had my other friend by the hand right here, Smith remembered, and I set his mama and his stepdad on the air mattress. Smith didn't stop with his friends. He rescued others, including a woman in a wheelchair. His mom, Lisa, while worried, was proud of her son and said her faith got her through. All I'm thinking about is I know he's able to save. He can rescue, he can swim. And I just had faith in the Lord that everything was going to be all right. From Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and bold, have no fear or dread. And the prayer is, Jesus, in times of crisis, fill my heart with divine courage. Inspiring people. So at Good Morning America on Monday, we had Bianca, the 19-year-old Women's U.S. Open winner. And the interesting thing, and I'm 5 feet behind the camera, but the interesting she said, she was talking to Robin Roberts, is she used visual images to manifest her victory. Wow, that's like, we talk about that all the time, right? To think about something, to thank, to feel, and see it manifest, see it happen. So that was something that was inspiring to me, this 19-year-old Women's U.S. Open. She visually saw herself winning and she manifested that. So if there's anything going on in your life, anything that you really want or need, first of all, pray for God's will. Because I always say, sometimes we in our humanity might want to manifest something, but you don't know how that's going to change your life. She won this Open, but now she's a celebrity and her life has changed for, forever. So could be good, could be bad. You got to kind of figure it out, but visualize it, manifest, pray to God, say, God, your holy will be done. Let this be best for me and my family. So I didn't meet this person, but we did a video about this young boy, 7-year-old Jermaine, who forfeited his Disney World trip to give food to the victims of Hurricane Dorian. And his motto was, live to give. Excuse me, that was a little sneeze. I think it's dusty down here. But here's a 7-year-old boy who took the money that his parents were going to give him to send him to Disney World. And he took that money and he made sandwiches and had drinks and went to the victims. And he gave everything out for free. Live to give. And just to let you know, Disney saw this and they sent him and his family for free. God bless you, Disney peeps. Another little story that I saw on the internet, and then we put it on GMA. 2 boys, a black boy, a white boy. I think they're like 3 years old. They're far apart and they see each other. They're best of friends and they run and they hug each other. It was unconditional love. Like last week I said, all lives matter. And they didn't see any differences in themselves, in their color of skin or anything. They're just dear friends and all they saw was love. So in the commercial, I stand back and I put my arms up. I go, Michael! And Michael Strahan gets up and he runs and he gives me a big hug. That's what it's about, folks. Unconditional love. All lives matter. Don't worry about the color of the skin. Don't worry about, any type of outside things. We're all connected. We're all love. We're all the same. We're all God's children. Divine inside us. We're all spirit. So try to do that. These are little inspiring people, inspiring stories that I just wanted to share with you. So this is a little snippet from a Medjugorje book, Mother Mary and Medjugorje. It's a Catholic type thing. Grow in love. The Queen of Peace speaks of love today. Dear children, I desire that you grow in love. Just as a flower cannot grow without water, so you cannot grow without God's grace. Every day, then, you should ask God for his blessing so that you can grow normally and that your actions will be in union with his will. Now, it's interesting how they say, God's holy will, and I say it all the time, too. And Do I really think that I don't? Let me stop myself. God, I believe that God doesn't need anything. Like God is God, right? God is all around us. God is love. God is energy. God is almighty. God is Alpha, Omega, beginning, end. So does God, in whatever vision you have of God, need anything? I don't think so. Does God have a will in our life? I don't know. God is a person up there at a desk and saying, Eddie has to do this, Eddie has to do that. But I think it's this feeling, this sense of God that wills on me, and it's inside of me, right? And you want to call it your conscious, your thoughts, but when you're doing things that might be good or might be bad for you, for others. If you're trying to eat healthy and you have a cheeseburger and fries and a shake, it might not be the best. If you take two of the fries away, then it's okay. But so I'm not an expert at this, folks, and I'm on my journey too. And it's funny because last week at the end I mentioned how, if you want more stuff, go back to the archives, and there's tons of videos there. And I went back 2 years ago and I found the message that I said, and I'm saying, wow, like some of those things I'm not doing anymore, and I need to kind of go back and do it. But it was like, wow, this was a really a good thing for me to see. So go back to your archives, watch some of the videos. I was, I don't know if I was better, but I was okay a while ago. We know during this week we had 9/11, 18 years since that attack, and I want to remember it. And just two things I'm going to say. This is from Unity, Daily Word, remembrance. I honor and appreciate the light of God in all who have passed away. Remembering anyone whose body has perished, I recognize the opportunity to express gratitude and to see each one as an expression of God. I know all who lived are blessed with eternal life, and peace fills my heart as I pray in silence. I accept change, for it is a divine process. In darkness, I know there is light ahead. In a season of grief, I remain open and receptive to opportunities to grow. As I honor those who have passed on, I am grateful for life that has no beginning and no end. God is life, and I anchor my faith in this truth. From Revelation 21:4, He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more. Mourning and crying and pain will be no more, for the first things have passed away. And it's interesting, that one line, as I honor those who have passed on, I am grateful for life that has no beginning and no end. So that's kind of what we think about God, no beginning and no end. But I believe, and this is hard, and I thought about this a long time ago, and I thought about it for a long time, like Eddie Louisi, right? I was born a baby. So before I was Eddie Louisi, what was I? Was I just air? Was I energy? Was I floating around? Was I, on a line to come out? And I don't know, but we're divine. We're part of God. God is part of us. So I believe that my spirit has always existed and will always exist, one with God. And this human body is a shell. I'm blessed to have it. I'm blessed to have my faith, my family, my friends in the spirit 111. But when this goes, it's okay. It's okay, because my spirit will live forever. And hopefully I've done some good in this world, and I've touched some people's lives. Hopefully I've touched your life, and in turn you touch other people's lives, and we inspire, we love, we give to others, and let our legacies continue. One other thing from 9/11. Wearing 9/11 inspired cleats, the Mets get emotional win on anniversary of September 11th attacks. The New York Mets gave their fans and city a victory to remember Wednesday night. Playing at home on the 18th anniversary of the September 11 attacks, the Mets commemorated first responders and families of the victims before the game, and the team also wore 9/11 inspired cleats emblazoned on with the words, "We will never forget," with the approval of the MLB, Major League Baseball. In a striking coincidence, the team finished the victory with 9 runs on 11 hits on 9/11. No coincidence. No coincidences. These are God winks. This is synchronicity. This is meant to be. These are signs. These are messages that all's okay. I'm with you, and you're doing a good thing. And so I grew up in Queens, so I'm a Mets fan. I go back to the 1969 Amazing Mets. So God bless you, the Mets organization. Last week, I think Wednesday or Thursday, we had Tamron Hall on. She's a talk show host, came from NBC. She's doing ABC work now. And I was listening to her interview, and she said at one time in her life, she had 7 shows on 4 networks. So she decided to start her own show to combine them all. And I'm feeling with myself, and let me know if you guys feel the same way, but I'm trying to combine myself in all the things I do, right? I'm a music minister in churches. I've written music for TV. I'm an ASCAP composer. I'm trying to write songs and compose instrumentals. Being involved in the church and ministries and retreats. Now I'm doing these videos and I'm reading different things. I'm a stage manager. I directed stuff, produced stuff. And I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a son. And so there's all these different things that I'm trying to combine in these messages. And, you know, I told you, August 18th, I turned 60. So this next decade in my life, let's see what God has in store with me. Let's see what God has to combine all these different talents, all these different things that I do to express my love of God, my love to others, my love to my friends in the spirit, my love to my strangers in the spirit, right? Also, she said there's a reason and a season, right? I think there's a quote in the Bible, a reason and season for everything under the earth. There's a season. And so whatever you're going through right now, things might not be the best. There's a reason, and this is the season, but you're going to get out of that season. Better things are coming. I always try to stay positive because trust me, friends in the spirit, things are not perfect in my life. And I got bills and I got, we have sickness and we have this and we have that. So there's lots of things going on. I'm getting older. My legs hurt a little bit, but I tell myself and I tell God, I'm not having surgery. I'm not going into a nursing home. I am going to go strong. And so I'm trying to stay positive. This is from the Christopher's 3 Minutes a Day, Creating Change in the World. On his blog entitled Grace Pending, Tob Zambino shared words from the late Trappist monk Thomas Merton about the way in which we should approach creating change in the world. Do not depend on the hope of results. You may have to face the fact that your work will be apparently worthless and even achieve no result at all, if not perhaps results opposite to what you expect. Start more and more to concentrate not on the results, but on the value, the rightness, the truth of the work itself. You gradually struggle less and less for an idea and more for specific people. In the end, it is the reality of personal relationships that save everything. I'm just going to do a little aside. With Friends in the Spirit, I don't know where this ministry is going, but there are certain people that I chat with, and they inspire me. and they give me some advice, and they give me some motivation, and they give me some hope. So relationships definitely help. And, pray to God too. Sometimes God answers through others. God answers prayers through you. I think I said that a couple weeks ago, right? Sambino also cited Pope Francis, who said, to be open to a genuine encounter with others, a kind look is essential. Is this a kind look? This is incompatible with a negative attitude that readily points out other people's shortcomings while overlooking one's own. Loving kindness builds bond, cultivates relationships, creates new networks of integration, and knits a firm social fabric. From Psalm 133, verse 1. How very good and pleasant it is when kindred live together in unity. We are kindred, right? Help your followers change the world through kindness, Lord. That's the little prayer. I'm going to read something from Science of Mind called Crossroads. We have to get used to the idea that at the most important crossroads in our life, there are no signs. Ernest Hemingway said that. And from Ernest Holmes, this thing called you. Get out of the shadows, crawl out of your basement, open the windows of your mind, open the doors of your soul. Hey, great advice. Eventually, I must decide I'm at crossroads with the same situation that left me frustrated far too long. Which path will I take, the one leading right back into familiar territory, or the path taking me to something brand new? The known path assures me that I'll keep rehashing the same predictable results. Is a big change worth it? Am I willing to risk the unknown where I can't grasp what's around the corner? Unable to see into darkness of the familiar path, fear is triggering. Within me is a constant guide, my soul, my place of calm at the crossroads. It shines as my light into that uncharted territory, seeing endless possibilities when I'm whirling amid the moment's confusion. Turning toward the light opens me up to the faith and courage that I have moved me through difficult times before. I am willing to follow once again. The universe is in cahoots with my soul, wanting nothing more than to fulfill my highest intentions. Finally, I admit that the known is no longer enough. Something new is calling to me. I don't know for sure what it is, but I want it. What would I do if I weren't afraid? What dream would I go after if I knew I'd succeed? Around the corner, I may find my answers. This situation is my life for a reason. In my life, it's time to take a risk. Let go of the old and move into the direction of my heart's longing. And the affirmation is, when it's time for a change, I trust the light of my own inner wisdom will guide the way. So I am going to end with a note. I'm going to show a flyer, and this is something that it's a little bit of fear. I sit here and I just talk to a screen and I have notes and stuff. But in 2 weeks, I'm going to give a live talk in front of live people. And I've given several talks in the past, mainly career talks about career and to high school and college kids. And I don't even have notes. It just comes out of my head because I remember, how I started in school and different jobs. But I am actually giving a spiritual talk next week. And we're calling it, Here I Am, Lord, I Come to Do Your Will. And it's going to be Saturday, September 28th, 7:30 in the morning at Lynch's Restaurant in Stony Point on 9W. Google search them, Lynch's Restaurant. If you're interested, you should email Diego Aviles. Let's see if I can put this. You see it? It's all on the bottom. But I'll put a screenshot of this also, and it's all over Friends in the Spirit. If you're around, come support me. The meal is going to be great. The talk, but it's going to be good food, good fellowship, and I'm going to try to engage you guys also. So here I am, Lord. I come to do your will. What are you doing in your life to minister to others, to do God's will, to help others? So, dear friends in the Spirit 111, I hope you enjoyed this little talk. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week. Don't forget to share your faith with family and friends. And as my lovely wife says, cue the Spirit. Oh, I just want to stop one more thing. Liz isn't home. She's been gone for a day, day and a half. Her cousin Colleen passed. She was just in her early 50s. And so my heart goes out to the family. I love you guys. Colleen, I'm praying for your soul, praying for your children who are left behind. So peace and blessings.